Welcome to Spacewire. Subscribe and hit the bell icon for more stories that shape our world. The Panama Canal is more than a waterway. It's a symbol of human ambition and sacrifice. For centuries, people dreamed of connecting the Atlantic and Pacific through the narrow Isthmus of Panama. Ships once faced a perilous journey around South America. The canal promised a shortcut that would change everything. The vision was bold, but the journey to build it was even bolder. Many tried and failed, but the dream endured. Building the canal meant cutting through mountains, taming rivers, and battling disease and jungle. Thousands lost their lives, but the work continued. Massive locks and steel gates rose from the earth, and in 1914 the canal opened to global awe. This was more than engineering, it was a triumph of cooperation and determination. The canal became a living piece of history, connecting continents and cultures. Every ship that passes through is part of an ongoing story. The canal reshaped global geography and continues to inspire. For over a century, it has quietly powered the world's economy. We often forget the struggle and genius behind its creation. But the canal is not a static monument. It needs constant care. It's a legacy that must be protected for future generations. Its story is still unfolding, a testament to connection and the enduring human spirit. The Panama Canal stands as a bridge between oceans and people. It's a reminder of what humanity can achieve together. The canal's impact is felt every day, even if we don't always notice. It's a marvel that continues to shape our world. The challenge now is to preserve it for the next century. The canal's story is far from over. Its greatest chapters may still be ahead. The Panama Canal is the backbone of world trade. Before the canal, ships faced a months-long, dangerous journey around South America. The canal cut thousands of miles off that route, saving time and money. Today, it's a vital artery for global commerce. Cars, electronics, food, and fuel all pass through. For Panama, the canal is the heart of its economy, funding schools, hospitals, and creating thousands of jobs. The canal transformed Panama into a global business hub. Its influence stretches worldwide, affecting prices in stores everywhere. Efficient shipping keeps goods affordable and industries running. A delay in the canal can disrupt production across the globe. Hundreds of ships pass through each week carrying everything from grain to natural gas. The canal is also a strategic asset, allowing navies to move quickly between oceans. For over a century, it's been a steady presence in global trade. The world relies on the canal more than we realize. It's not just a convenience, it's a pillar of modern civilization. The canal's smooth operation keeps the global economy stable. Its importance is woven into the fabric of our daily lives. Without it, the world would look very different. The Panama Canal is essential, irreplaceable, and often taken for granted. Its continued function is critical for us all. The Panama Canal now faces a crisis threatening its very foundation. Engineers have discovered cracks in the canal's locks, signs of deep structural stress. Over a century of use has taken its toll, and these fissures are a warning. The situation escalated when geologists found a fault line running beneath a critical section. The risk of an earthquake damaging the canal is now a real and frightening possibility. A major seismic event could cripple the waterway for years. The world's trade artery is suddenly vulnerable. A failure would strand ships, disrupt supply chains, and send economic shockwaves worldwide. The canal's reputation for reliability is shaken. Engineers and authorities are racing to assess the damage and the risk. The world is watching, knowing what's at stake. The cracks are a visible warning. We can't take the canal for granted. The foundation of global trade is under threat. This is a test for those who manage the canal and for the world that depends on it. The crisis demands urgent action and global attention. The canal's future hangs in the balance. The consequences of inaction could be catastrophic. The world must respond before it's too late. The Panama Canal's greatest challenge has arrived. The canal crisis is sending shockwaves through the global economy. Shipping companies face a tough choice: risk the canal or take costly, longer routes. Many are rerouting around South America or through the Suez Canal, adding weeks and expenses. Higher fuel and labor costs drive up shipping prices. These costs are passed on to businesses and ultimately to consumers. Everyday goods, from electronics to coffee, are getting more expensive. Factories face delays as parts are stuck on ships taking the long way. The global supply chain is strained and predictability is lost. Businesses are forced to rethink logistics and absorb financial pain. Inflation rises, affecting everyone. The uncertainty is as damaging as the delays. The canal's disruption is a stark reminder of our interconnected world. This is not a temporary inconvenience, it's a major economic challenge. The crisis exposes the fragility of global trade. The world is learning just how much it relies on Panama. The United States has a deep history with the Panama Canal. American engineers finished what others could not, and the canal was U.S. territory for decades. Even after handing it over in 1999, the U.S. has remained invested in its stability. When the crisis hit, the U.S. quickly sent top engineers from the Army Corps to help. This isn't just goodwill. American trade and security depend on the canal. Disruption hurts U.S. businesses and consumers, so keeping the canal open is vital. The canal is also crucial for military mobility, allowing the Navy to move ships between oceans. Ensuring its operation safeguards national security and global influence. The partnership with Panama strengthens diplomatic ties and builds trust. This collaboration is a symbol of international cooperation in the face of crisis. The U.S. response renews a historic partnership. It's about protecting economic interests, strategic advantage, and regional stability. The world is watching how nations unite to solve a shared problem. The joint effort is a model for global crisis response. The canal's future depends on this partnership. The stakes are high for both countries, and for the world. The U.S. is committed to seeing the canal through its greatest test. Together, they're working to secure the path between the seas. Panama is taking swift action to save its canal. The Canal Authority has imposed strict safety protocols, slower speeds, lighter ships, to reduce stress on the locks. Repair teams work around the clock, sealing cracks and reinforcing structures. These are urgent fixes, but Panama is also planning for the long term. Engineers are developing new designs and materials to make the canal earthquake-resistant. A thorough geological survey is underway to understand the fault line threat. The scale of repairs and upgrades is massive, requiring global investment and expertise. Panama is seeking international loans and partnerships to fund the effort. The world has a shared interest in the canal's survival. This is a global project reflecting the canal's global importance. The people of Panama are united and determined. The government is committed to transparency and lasting solutions. This crisis is a defining moment for Panama's identity and future. The canal's fate will shape the nation for generations. The world is rallying to protect this vital link. The Panama crisis echoes the Suez Canal closure of 1956, which paralyzed global trade. Both canals are vital shortcuts, and their disruption exposes a dangerous reliance on narrow routes. Our global economy is built on a few key arteries. When one fails, chaos follows. The lesson: we need more resilient, diversified trade networks. That means investing in alternative routes, land bridges, and redundancy. International cooperation is essential to build a stronger system. The cost of inaction is far greater than the investment required. The Panama crisis is a wake-up call for the world. It's an opportunity to rethink and rebuild global trade infrastructure. The partnership between Panama and the U.S. is a model for future collaboration. By pooling resources and expertise, nations can overcome shared challenges. The goal is not just to repair the canal, but to future-proof global trade. The world must secure existing routes and forge new ones. The path between the seas, and the future of global commerce, depends on it. The story of the Panama Canal is a lesson in resilience, cooperation, and the need to adapt.